Hi, this is a video demonstration of the Overseer Cluster Monitor project that I did for Cluster Computing course. So what I'm going to do at the beginning is just show the virtual cluster, which is described in the paper, just so you can have a better understanding of how it works. So right now I have VirtualBox running right here, where you can see I have 3 nodes all running. So I'll go to node 00. This is the master node. To show how the mpitch MPI environment is running. So first I'll just execute the sample program with one node. And we've chosen this number because it gives a significant runtime so we can see the improvement as we increase the nodes. So that was running with one node, and we see it took 7 seconds. So if we quit this, increase to 2 nodes and use the same number again, we'll see a dramatic improvement in the time. It's about 50% improvement. So we'll quit that and we'll show this improvement steadily increases as we increase the number of nodes. Remember, we have 3 running. So when I add the 4th node here, we'll get an error because it's not running. So what the reason I did this is I want to show the entire process of using one of these nodes. So what we'll do is we'll start up the node, and while that's booting, I guess it doesn't take too long. The web page that I have open is the cluster monitor. So all of the clusters that I was just running the MPI on are already in the system. So the green indicates that they're working, and here's a summary of the page of each node, but I'll get into that a little later after I finish this MPI demonstration. So now that that final node is up and running, there's no configuration required, and we can see that it will now run with 4 nodes. The improvement does seem to drop. It's not a linear improvement, but that's not the aim of the project. So now the last node we want to add to our cluster monitor. So I'm going to demonstrate installing the client-side software. So I have a shared directory set up to the host computer where I have the installation program. So I'm just going to copy these files to the local computer. I'll just replace what's there already. Alright, so to install this program, well, actually, before I install it, I'll just open up the Windows services. That is what the program is, just to show you that it's not there. So the program's called Overseer Service. This is sorted alphabetically. It's not in the list at this time. So we'll go into the directory where we put the installation program and run the installation batch file. And it says it completed successfully. We'll refresh this list. And here's our service. So now I will start the service, and it's running. So now we'll go back to the website, and this page is refreshed every 5 seconds, I think, but we still don't see node 3, which is the one we just added. So if we go to administration tasks, we'll see that there is a new node. This is the one we just added that requires approval. So it's not part of the cluster until the administrator approves it. And all I need to do to approve it is click the server image. And now no nodes are requiring approval. And we see the state. Now this state doesn't represent the function of the servers, but just whether the administrator decides to enable or disable them. So right now we have these 3 enabled, and the one we just approved by default becomes disabled. So it's not in the cluster yet. all we have to do, actually before I do that, I'll just show you that because the permissions, these are the clusters that have already been set up. This is the one that was just added. So you can see it's just the IP address. It's approved, but it's not active. So therefore none of this other data will get filled in. So I'll just go ahead and activate it. And then in a few seconds the cluster should pick that up, or the overseer service, running on the cluster node. And now the data is in the table. So now if we go back to the cluster summary page, we see our node has been added, and here's the information about each node. So node 1 has this IP address, this MAC address, and so on. And this is the node we just added. So now I'll go over some of the features of the website. So I'll log out right now. So the home page is available by default, and it just has the overview shot of the way the cluster is set up. Here are the cluster nodes. They go through a web service, and this is the host web server where the web application resides, as well as the database. So if we try to click on any of the others, it's going to prompt us to log in. So I'm going to log in with my username, and now I'll be able to go to the cluster summary. So now we can review all this information, and we can see, according to the legend, the cluster node is okay. This status light indicates that the cluster is running. But I can actually show you the different statuses if we just simply go to the service we just started and stop it. That means no information is going to be transmitted. So if we go back to the website, we should see it refresh in just a few seconds. And now we see that the node status is unknown, but the network seems okay because it does know that all of these servers can contact and communicate with this server. So we'll just restart the service just so that all of our nodes are running. And we'll just wait for this to come back online. There it goes.